This is Arsenal Fans Africa. All right, you're very much welcome. This is Arsenal Fans Africa, the very first edition of Arsenal Fans Africa. We're going to quickly discuss the next Arsenal match, which is a big one. It always is a big one, as Arsenal versus Tottenham, the final North London derby to be played at White Hart Lane is coming up tomorrow. Arsenal fans all around the world will be hoping for something special from Arsene Wenger's men. Now, what do we expect? What do we look forward to? And how awesome is that game going to be? Now, looking at the stats right now, Arsenal, we haven't done so good this season. It's been a shambolic season for Arsene Wenger's men, and has resulted in a lot of Arsenal fans calling for Arsene Wenger's head, saying it is time for the gaffer to give up, to resign, or to be sacked, and change has to be made. A lot of Arsenal fans across the world are beginning to feel the same thing, especially after the drubbing by Bayern Munich. 5-1 home and away losses, absolutely insane for a big club like Arsenal that moved to the Emirates Stadium so that they could compete with the likes of Bayern Munich. Well, that hasn't happened in recent seasons. They say the money is there to buy players. We're buying the players now, but the improvements is just not evident. It's like now that we're buying players, everybody else is buying players because they have a big kid of TV money. TV money is coming in right now. So even the West Hams and the Crystal Palaces are becoming difficult to beat because we're buying players on the same level, which doesn't make any sense for a club that calls itself as big as Arsenal. We're struggling to get into the top four for the first time this season, and this is a game that we definitely need to win to increase our chances of breaking into that magical and that what is now looking like a Premier League trophy winning, even though it doesn't give you trophies, top four. Liverpool, Manchester United, Manchester City, Chelsea, Tottenham. Those five teams look like they're set to cling on to the four spots, and Arsenal's just behind them, which doesn't really give us that much of a chance. But in football, like you see, anything is possible. Looking at this Tottenham fixture, it's the first time that Tottenham might finish above Arsenal in the Premier League season for over 20 years. 20 years or 21 years since Arsenal has taken over. He's always managed to make sure Arsenal qualify for the Champions League, and that Arsenal also finish above Tottenham. Will this season be completely different? We're yet to see. Last season looked like Tottenham were going to finish above Arsenal, but the minute they found out that they were not getting into the Champions League, no, they were not going to win the Premier League, I beg your pardon, they lost all hope. The desire was lost, and Arsenal came from nothing and finished second, just behind Leicester City and above the rest of the big boys. This is going to be a thrilling match. I'm looking at a 2-1 or 3-1 Arsenal victory, because there's no way Arsenal, 3 at the back, 4 at the back, 5 at the back, are not going to concede against this super energetic, super moving, great Tottenham side. Even though I'm an Arsenal fan, I have to admit that they are where they're supposed to be on the table. They've been absolutely amazing. Arsenal just need to be a little bit stronger, more decisive, a little bit more hungry for goals and for the win. We've shown that in the past 3 games against Middlesbrough, Manchester City and Leicester City, which wasn't a very good game, and we might have been lucky to win that match. But what did they say? Champions are not made of just their talent alone or hard work. They also are assisted by a bit of luck, and that happened to us against Leicester City, even though we're not champions. This match, if I was Wenger, obviously I'd continue with that back 5. I like to call it back 5 because they are wing backs and they're still back defenders, and that was victorious against Manchester City. But as a 4, we've had a problem with that number 4. I would deploy, if he is fit, a Mustafi to play that number 4 role. I think he'll be pretty solid in that role. We've seen David Luiz under Jose Mourinho play that 4 role, and he was absolutely amazing. I think Mustafi has the sense, he has the football skills, and he has the distribution power and defensive power to play in that number 4 role and do it pretty well. I would actually like to see Alex, the third Alex in the team, Alex Iwobi, come back into the game. I wouldn't start Giroud in this match if I was Arsene Wenger. I prefer Welbeck. And somebody was asking, where is Lucas Perez? I don't know where that boy is. He hasn't gotten enough games for Arsenal. I think he's a tremendous player. He has a magical left foot, and somehow, I think Arsene Wenger just doesn't like those left-footed strikers so much. Yeah, he did with Robin van Persie, but if you look at how Podolski such an amazing talent, amazing player, was practically kicked out of the squad by Arsene Wenger, then it says something about his love for left-footed players and as well his treatment of Lucas Perez, who we bought for £17 million thereabouts during the summer and hasn't really started enough games for us. He's already scored a hat-trick in the Champions League, but in other games, where has he been? We need him out on the field of play. Let him come out and play for Arsenal Football Club in the Premier League. I think we have a fantastic squad, right belief, right mindset. It doesn't matter where that match is being played, whether it's at Wembley, whether it's at North London Stadium, White Hart Lane, or the Emirates. I believe Arsenal will turn out victors tomorrow because we just have that extra potential, that extra skill to be victorious. So this is why I'm wrapping up with this very first edition of Arsenal Fans Africa. Forgive the production quality, the video quality. It will get better with time. Just subscribe. Make sure you're a big fan. Arsenal Fans Africa. If you're an Arsenal fan, let me hear you say, "Up Gunners! Up Gunners!" My name is AbiolaVJ. And Arsenal tomorrow, we will be victorious, hopefully. Watch out. Toss it out. Come on, you